Yeah. We back in it. Ho, is you daft? I'm just gonna master my craft. I got my team on my side, controlling the tide, and you in a raft. No grip on your path, you here for the ride, but know you might crash. I know you won't try it, yes I did the math. You're not trying to clash, and I have to laugh.
Oh, yo. Welcome back, man. Today we got 7 most disturbing abandoned building encounters caught on camera. See, I feel like this one's gonna be a good one. I think we watched one like this before. I'm pretty sure we have. But nonetheless, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining. And yeah, let's enjoy this video. Oh, it's a little off. I know y'all see that little corner right there. Don't worry.
Asylum nearly ended in tragedy when an unknown man allegedly tried to run over a group of explorers with his SUV before reaching for what appeared to be a rifle. The footage was uploaded to the YouTube channel Abandoned Explorer, which focuses on exploring abandoned buildings, factories, and other forgotten locations. The video is titled, "Crazy Man Tried Killing Us in Abandoned Building." In the video, the channel's creator and his friends travel to Wales to explore the famous Denbigh Asylum. After spending an entire day searching through the abandoned facility without finding anything particularly interesting, they were preparing to leave when an SUV suddenly came close to hitting them. An aggressive older man stepped out of the vehicle.
Oh, he tweaking. At least they recorded.
The fuck are you?
Warning you.
You tried running me down? I did run you down. I tried to put that out. I put it out first.
Dang, he kicked the camera too, bro. You paying for that?
I did run you down. I tried to put that out. Put it out. Now, go on. All of you.
Bro, he doing something in that asylum.
Police, you tried running me down. Attempted murder. Go on. Offside now. Whose bag's that? Take it with you.
Who he feeling like? That's his
Go
asylum?
on. And you. Do what you can do with that camera. Quick. Hey, you'll run us down here. Let's get out of here.
According to the explorers, he openly acknowledged that he had put them in danger before kicking over their camera. At first, it appears that the man is simply returning to his vehicle to leave. However, a closer look suggests that he is actually searching for something in the back seat. It is at that moment that the group realizes what he may be reaching for. It's difficult to say with certainty how serious the threat really was. However, given the way the man had already used his vehicle against them, the situation was clearly alarming. The narrator also makes it clear that he has little doubt the man would have used a weapon if the group had stayed any longer instead of leaving the area immediately.
And we're back.
Urban explorer Alexandra Kievskaya investigates an abandoned house filled with old belongings, medical supplies, and personal photographs. Strange sounds can be heard throughout the building, while a suspicious vehicle sits parked outside. In the video's description, Alexandra explains that she noticed a car with its headlights on and 2 men standing nearby at around 3 a.m.
3 часа ночи я уже стояла под этой локацией практически, там, буквально в 5 минутах ходьбы, чтобы оставить машину и сюда добраться пешком. А под этой локацией, прямо под ней стояла машина с этими фарами включенными.
However, she didn't enter the building until 6 a.m., believing that by then, no one would still be inside. She was wrong. Almost immediately after beginning her exploration, strange things started happening.
Why is that shaking?
Так это туда этот след идет. А я его не видела даже.
As she searched the basement and worked her way through the upper floors, Alexandra noticed signs that someone had been inside the house recently, including working electricity, open doors, and unsettling noises coming from nearby rooms.
Yo.
Блять.
Hi.
Ах, нихуя себе.
How
Вот
did that
оно,
start
блядь,
moving?
чё? Ебать.
Yo, what is that? Leave now. Why is he still there? No survival instincts.
Это, блядь, что за хуйня, блядь?
Before long, she spotted the silhouette of an unknown man
What?
who quickly
Look how-
disappeared down one of the
look
corridors.
how quick he walked
After
at.
that, the atmosphere inside the house became even more unsettling. In one of the rooms, Alexandra discovered burning candles and a pentagram on the floor.
Блядь. Ну нахуй хватит, блядь, уже, он же может быть.
Shortly afterward, she heard a chilling howl coming from deeper within the building.
Why are you still exploring?
As the explorer approached a staircase leading to the upper floor, something red suddenly began dripping from above. You can probably guess what it looked like.
This gotta be a movie, bro. Leave! Wipe it! Bro, if they get in your eyes.
At that moment, it became obvious that someone else was inside the house. Before she could even process what was happening, she heard rapid footsteps rushing directly toward her. Realizing there was no safe way back, Alexandra ran into the nearest restroom and locked the door behind her. As the unknown person drew closer, she climbed out through a window and escaped the building. Risking a dangerous fall, she managed to reach her car and flee the area. Later, Alexandra reported the incident to the police. However, to this day, she still doesn't know who was inside the house or what exactly was happening there.
Oh, boy.
This video titled "The Fortress Where Ghosts Scream, Tarakaniv Fort" was uploaded to the YouTube channel Zombie Chez. The abandoned historic fortress is surrounded by legends of ghosts and alleged Nazi experiments said to have taken place deep underground. Late one evening, the creator and his team set out to explore the fort's underground tunnels. As they descended into the passageways, they were met with an unsettling atmosphere. Thousands of bats flew overhead. The walls were covered in cracks, and strange sounds constantly echoed from the darkness. At one point, the team discovered a deep well and decided to lower a camera into it using a rope to see what lay at the bottom. Suddenly, a loud metallic crash rang out from somewhere in the darkness.
Назад, блядь, тупить, наверное. Терен, что ты смотришь?
Pepper spray, you better load that lot.
Что это, блин?
Oh, you're gonna peek around the camera like you don't got a flashlight.
Это, походу, нам надо отсюда топать. Кому-то. Очень смешно. Колодец не улетел. Спасибо, пан. Давай отсюда. Вот это, блин. Вот это стрёмно.
Нас со всех сторон окружают?
Эту херню отмерял.
Why would you say that? Who said that?
The sound was so distinct that it seemed as though someone had deliberately thrown a heavy object nearby. Moments later, they heard additional noises that resembled the footsteps of an unknown person. But the strangest moment wasn't noticed until after filming had ended. A few minutes after these events, the creator was recording a message for his viewers when a human-shaped figure briefly appeared behind him.
I saw
Друзья,
that,
мы уже
bro.
много что посмотрели. Здесь
Why is that
просто
room moving
нереальное
like that? Y'all
количество
see that?
летучих мышей, но вы и сами это видели.
At the time, all three of his friends were standing directly in front of him, meaning the figure could not have been a member of the group. None of the explorers noticed the figure while filming. It wasn't until later, while reviewing the footage, that they spotted the dark silhouette silently walking through the corridor before disappearing into the darkness.
At least they didn't run into
as if
him.
it didn't want to be seen.
A win is a win. A win is a win.
In December 2017, renowned Brazilian YouTuber Renan Garcia and a friend set out to explore an abandoned hospital located in one of the most dangerous areas of Paraná, Brazil. The first few minutes of their visit were uneventful.
Like, why,
the two
though?
friends rode their motorcycles through the empty hallways, taking in the atmosphere of the abandoned building. However, they soon reached narrower and more isolated sections of the hospital, where there was barely enough room to turn a motorcycle around. Despite this, they continued venturing deeper into the building. Suddenly, an unknown man emerged from one of the rooms, forcing them to stop immediately.
Yo, he literally turned off the bike on some... That was aura, low-key, though.
Ô tio, que é isso, irmão? Ixi, não tem dinheiro não.
Tem como não?
Não tem, né? Só nós veio aqui pra conhecer.
Ô louco, tio, dá um realzinho aí, tio. Você conhece o botão aí, você não tem um real.
Tem algum dinheiro aí, Renato?
Não tenho, não trouxe dinheiro não, mano.
Ô louco, tio, dá um real aí, tio.
Ixi, pior que não tem nada.
Ah, então o bagulho é o seguinte.
Não, ô, sai pra lá com esse negócio aí, mano.
Na covardia.
Aí. Parece faca de cadeia? Tava preso?
They
Por que
took the
tá na
knife?
covardia,
How they
mano? Você quer
take
dinheiro,
that
você
easy?
pede. Se a gente não tem, você vai querer roubar a gente? Você tá mais com quem aqui?
Before they had a chance to understand what was happening, the stranger pulled out a knife and began threatening them, demanding that they hand over their valuables. The situation escalated quickly and had the potential to turn dangerous. Fortunately, Renan, who was riding behind his friend, immediately recognized the threat and reacted. He drew a firearm and, in self-defense, ordered the man to calm down and lower the knife. Realizing that the motorcyclists were also armed, the attacker quickly lost his confidence and complied. Afterward, Renan and his friend questioned the man about his motives and warned him that they would call the police. Eventually, the stranger apologized and left the building. Later, the two friends admitted that they were shaken by the encounter, but also extremely relieved that it had ended without serious consequences. Following the incident, they headed for the exit and left the hospital. Fortunately, nothing else unusual happened on their way out, and they were able to leave the abandoned building safely. On September 10th, 2019, travel YouTuber Bold and Bankrupt uploaded a video that initially appeared to be a typical vlog exploring a forgotten town in Kyrgyzstan. However, what began as a quiet walk through deserted streets soon took an unsettling turn. After arriving in the town, the blogger noticed numerous abandoned buildings and signs of decline left behind in the aftermath of the Soviet Union's collapse. During his walk, he decided to explore an old industrial area where rusting cranes and crumbling structures stood completely abandoned.
Off with an abandoned building exploration. Come on, let's do it.
Bro, what? What are you doing here? Bro, why is he hunched down in the corner like...
You scared me. There's a man taking
That's how he's
shit.
looking, bro.
Yeah, I think I might get out of here.
Yeah, dip us out of there.
Have a nice one.
This is the smartest the whole video, bro.
Holy shit.
That's the worst spot to hide.
Fortunately, this particular story ended without incidents. Even so, years later, the video remains a reminder that when exploring forgotten places, you never know what might be waiting behind the next door or watching you from the darkness. On May 26th, 2024, the YouTube channel Vacant Haven uploaded a video documenting the exploration of a remote house that had once belonged to an elderly man and had been left abandoned after his death. At first glance, it seems like it would be just another routine exploration of an abandoned property. However, from the moment they arrived, the group couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. As they approached the house, they noticed numerous rusting vehicles scattered across the property. Among them was an old classic car that nature had slowly been reclaiming year after year. What concerned them even more, however, were the signs that someone had been on the property recently.
Why they concern them? Oh, they might be in somebody's crib.
It's like a horror film, Ed. He's gonna.
Yeah, you better have a Glock in that purse. Why the cameraman moving so slow?
How do you know? I heard noise. This is like a horror film, mate.
Is that you, babe? Did you just hit that? Oh, you.
Once inside, the explorers discovered that the electricity was still working. This suggested that the house was not completely abandoned. As they moved from room to room, they found more and more unusual details indicating that someone had been there not long before their arrival. In several rooms, they found fresh suitcases and personal belongings. It gave the impression that someone wasn't merely stopping by from time to time, but was actually living in the house. Before long, their suspicions were confirmed. While the group was still inside, an unknown vehicle suddenly pulled up outside the property.
Oh. This car's
So this used to be a junkyard or something?
Where are you? They're opening the gates.
Oh, W escape artist.
Which way? Hang on. Which way do we go?
Go that way.
Don't let him see you. Don't let him see you.
Okay.
Realizing they might be about to encounter someone who wasn't there by accident, the explorers quickly decided to leave the house and return to their vehicle. As they drove away, they noticed a man watching them from a distance. To this day, no one knows who he was, why he was staying on the property, or what might have happened had they remained there just a few minutes longer. TP Urbex is a channel dedicated entirely to urban exploration. In January 2024, they uploaded a video featuring 2 young explorers visiting an abandoned middle school, William A. Wirt Middle School, in Gary, Indiana. Despite the school being in terrible condition, parts of it still reflect its former life. The auditorium, in particular, stands out. Its bright red seats offer a nostalgic contrast to the crumbling walls around them. But as the teens move through the rows of seats, they spot something deeply unsettling. A man standing silently near the entrance, gripping a metal pipe and staring directly at them. The entire vibe of the video shifts instantly, from curious exploration to something potentially dangerous.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? You want us to get on out of here? Hey, we'll leave, bro. We'll leave, all right? Come on.
Sprinting at us. Oh my goodness. Bro, he has to be on some drugs or something. They're not even running fast enough.
The man begins to follow them. The pursuit continues until the teens finally manage to run out of the building. Thankfully, the man stops once they're outside, suggesting he wasn't trying to harm them, just scare them off his turf. Still, the encounter highlights how quickly things can escalate in these environments. What started as a routine exploration turned into a brush with real danger in seconds. What made the situation even more unnerving was the man's silence.
No, for real.
He never said a word. He simply started following them with a metal pipe, which could easily have been used as a weapon. That quiet, menacing pursuit added a whole new level of fear to an already unpredictable situation.
Good video though, you know what I'm saying? All a little spook. Yeah, some spooky situations. Y'all let me know what y'all did down in the comments. Nonetheless though, man, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. We got some good videos on the way. And I will see you next time. Peace.
Ain't friends, we ain't buds. Tough luck, yeah, I'm different than I was. Puff, puff, I'm just looking for a buzz. Up, up, and away I go. We ain't friends, we ain't buds. Tough luck, yeah, I'm different.